Welcome to the deep dive. If you've ever dreamt about moving away from just trading your time for money and maybe building something like an automated income stream, well, then this deep dive is exactly what you need. We're aiming to give you a really practical roadmap today.
Yeah, cutting through all the noise around building a successful digital product business.
It's definitely captured people's imagination, hasn't it?
Oh, absolutely. It's sort of the ultimate creative dream, right? This idea of selling, well, intangible assets. You build it once, theoretically sell it forever.
Yeah.
But the complexity, choosing the right platform, getting the pricing right, handling all the global taxes, it can honestly stop creators cold.
Even really enthusiastic ones.
Yeah, exactly.
And that's precisely why we're here. We're taking all this expert knowledge, mountains of sources actually, and distilling it down. Huge thanks here to the Beyond Busy Work team for handling that massive research and analysis load.
They really did the heavy lifting so we can get straight to the insights you can, use right away.
Right. Our mission today is crystal clear. We want to equip you, the listener, with a solid framework to take you from just a raw idea all the way to a launched, monetized, and importantly, protected digital asset.
Okay, before we dive deeper, let's just make sure we're all on the same page, terminology-wise. When we say digital product, what are we talking about? Basically, an intangible good delivered electronically.
That covers a huge range, doesn't it?
It really does. eBooks, printables, templates, design fonts, stock music, software plugins, even full software licenses, or, access to a recurring membership site. It's broad.
And the language, the tech side, it often boils down to file formats.
Yeah, if you're selling anything digital, you have to understand things like PDF, EPP, MP3, ZIP, PNG, PSD, MP4.
They're not just random letters.
Not at all. They dictate how your customer actually uses your product, and crucially, whether the platform you choose can even handle it.
Okay, so let's talk about the big why, the appeal.
The pros are really compelling. You've got potentially very high profit margins because there's zero physical inventory cost.
That's huge.
It is. Plus, you get instant global reach, theoretically.
Yeah.
And the scalability is just unparalleled. Once that digital asset is created, your system, if set up right, can handle thousands of sales without you having to manually do anything.
Automated delivery, that's the dream part.
Right.
But let's bring in the reality check straight away. The friction points, the gotchas.
Yeah, absolutely need to talk about those. First big one, discoverability. It's a major hurdle. We often fall into that build it and they will come trap. But just having a storefront on a platform, even a great one, if there's no traffic coming to it, that's a recipe for really slow growth. Or maybe no growth.
You need eyeballs on the product page.
You do. And then creators have got to factor in the constant battle against piracy, unauthorized sharing.
Especially for high-value things like courses.
Exactly. Or unique software. Theft prevention isn't optional, it's essential.
And the third biggie? Fees.
Ugh, the fees. You have to really meticulously calculate them. It's not just one fee. There's the platform's cut, the transaction fee, plus often a separate payment processor fee.
Like Stripe or PayPal's cut?
Precisely. And those can eat into those lovely high margins really fast if you haven't picked your platform carefully based on your expected volume.
Okay, that balance sounds critical for actual profitability.
It is.
So, our goal for this deep dive then, give you that crucial 7-point checklist to help you pick the perfect platform for you, and then lay out the roadmap, launch, monetize, protect.
Makes sense.
All right, let's unpack it. Starting with that essential decision framework, that checklist.
Right. Think of this as your mandatory pre-flight check before you launch anything. You really need to stop just looking at the glossy marketing pages of these platforms.
They all look great on the surface.
They do. But you need to measure them against what your business actually needs. Core functionality.
Moving beyond just the brand appeal to like the architectural fit.
Exactly that. Is it built for what you need to do?
Okay, so this checklist needs to be the baseline. Every single time you choose a platform, starting small or scaling up.
Every single time. Okay, point number one, audience and discoverability. You have to figure out how customers will find you. Where does that journey start?
Are they like seeing your cool TikTok video and clicking a link, meaning you need a direct storefront?
Or are they already on a huge platform like Etsy or Amazon, actively searching for, say, printable planner or sci-fi ebook?
Okay, that totally changes whether you need to generate your own traffic or if you can tap into existing traffic.
Fundamentally. All right, number two. This is the big money one. Fees and payout speed. And like we touched on, it's not just one number. You have to break down 3 distinct costs.
Right. The monthly subscription fee, if there is one.
Yep. Then the platform's transaction cut their percentage of each sale.
And then that separate payment processor fee, usually something like 2.9% plus 30 cents?
That's the typical one, yeah. And this is where a really key strategic decision comes in. Let's say you project fairly low sales volume initially, maybe under $500 a month.
Just starting out.
Right. In that case, a platform like Gumroad, which takes a higher percentage cut per sale but has zero monthly fee, that's often the safest bet. No fixed costs if you sell nothing.
Okay. But what if you expect higher volume?
Now it flips. If you're looking at, say, $10,000 a month in sales,
Yeah.
paying a higher monthly subscription on a platform like Sellfy or Shopify. If that higher tier removes the platform's transaction cut, which could easily be 5%, maybe even 10% on lower tiers.
That adds up fast on $10.
It adds up really fast. Paying, say, $99 a month to, say, $500, $1,000 in transaction fees, that's a no-brainer. It becomes an economy of scale thing.
Wow. Okay. So if a creator has big plans for growth, they almost need to plan for potentially switching platforms later, or choose one initially that scales well with fees.
It's exactly the calculation.
Yeah.
Factor in the potential future cost or hassle of migrating.
Got it. Okay. Number 3.
Brand control. How important is it for you to have your own custom domain, your own store look and feel, owning the customer email list directly?
Versus just being a listing on Amazon or Etsy.
Right. Marketplaces force you into their branding structure. Full e-commerce platforms like Shopify give you total control, but yeah, it's more setup work.
If you're building a long-term brand, that control seems pretty priceless.
It often is. Okay, number 4 ties back to our file format chat. File types and size limits.
The hidden killer.
It really can be. Say you've created this amazing 10 gigabyte video course bundle.
Yeah.
You try to upload it to Etsy, which usually caps files at around 20 megabytes per listing.
Oh, wow. Instantly rejected.
Instantly rolled out. You need a platform built for large files, robust storage, maybe video streaming. Checking this after you've built the product is just painful. Lots of wasted effort.
Okay, crucial check. Number 5.
Marketing tools. Successful selling online is maybe 50% great product, but the other 50% is promotion. Marketing. So what tools are built into the platform? You need to look for things like affiliate tracking.
Turning customers into salespeople.
Exactly. Easy coupon code generation, upsell or downsell capabilities,
Yeah.
maybe one-click upsells after purchase, and, super important, native email marketing integration. Trying to duct tape external tools together gets expensive and, frankly, often breaks.
Good point. Number 6, and you said this is vital for selling internationally.
Non-negotiable if you're selling globally. Legal and tax features. We're talking specifically about handling things like value-added tax or VAT, especially for the EU. Does it support the EU's OSS system? One-stop shop. It's a system for simplifying VAT reporting across all EU member states. Also, can the platform handle issuing 1099 forms correctly to your US-based affiliates? These compliance features are critical.
Can you expand on that EU VAT thing? Why is it such a big deal?
Yeah, it catches so many creators out. The rule for digital goods is that tax is based on the customer's location, not the seller's. So if you sell to someone in France, you owe French VAT rates. Sell to someone in Germany, German VAT rates. Potentially 27 different rates and rules within the EU.
Oh, okay. That sounds like a nightmare to track manually.
It is. A platform with proper EU OSS support calculates this, collects it, and often helps remit it correctly. If your platform doesn't have this, that huge complex burden falls entirely on you, the solo creator.
Oof. Okay. I can see why maybe paying more for a platform that handles that is worth it for peace of mind.
It's often the single biggest driver for choosing specialized platforms early on, especially over trying to self-host something immediately.
Makes total sense. All right. The final point, number 7.
Growth path. This is all about future-proofing your choice. If your big plan involves starting with a single PDF template today, but maybe launching a full subscription-based membership site next year.
You need to know the platform can grow with you.
Exactly. Does it support that evolution? Either through easy migration options or ideally having native features for things like subscriptions, payment plans, or bundling products together later on.
Okay. That's a solid 7 points. Use it like a filter.
Absolutely. Don't fall for the pretty website until you know it actually supports your business goals and, importantly, your bank account.
Right. So we have the checklist. Now let's get practical and actually map out the main types of platforms. We're thinking about this based on the creator's main goal. It helps clarify the landscape.
Yeah, it makes it easier to navigate. Let's start with category 1, marketplaces. Here, the creator's primary goal is discoverability. They want to tap into existing buyers who are actively searching.
Okay, the giant in the room for anything text-based has to be Amazon KDP, right? Kindle Direct Publishing.
Absolutely. It's the go-to for eBooks, print-on-demand paperbacks, and it's huge for those low-content books, journals, logbooks, coloring books.
Yes, the coloring book
It's
craze.
still significant. But a critical note here, KDP is very strict about formatting, especially for low-content stuff. You must follow their guidelines on things like bleed, cover design, and ISBN rules precisely. They have little tolerance for poor quality or, copy designs.
Good warning. Okay, what about visual stuff? Crafts.
That's Etsy territory. It's really the queen for printables, digital planners, clip art, digital art, mock-ups, that kind of thing. Etsy's strength is its massive built-in audience of buyers looking for unique items.
But didn't we mention a limitation?
Yes, that technical limit. Usually you can only upload about 5 files per listing, and each file is capped around 20 megabytes.
So for larger bundles or video?
You'd have to deliver those via a link, maybe Dropbox or Google Drive, which adds a step for the customer and can feel a bit less professional. Something to keep in mind.
Right. Then for more pro design assets.
You're looking at curated marketplaces like Creative Market or Envato Market. These are highly selective. They focus on premium stuff, website themes, complex templates, professional fonts, high-end graphics.
A curated means you have to apply.
Yes, you submit your work for review and approval. The quality bar is definitely higher. But being accepted means you're alongside other quality creators, which can help justify higher prices.
Okay, so the main trade-off for marketplaces is?
You trade brand control and often direct customer contact for that built-in traffic. You leverage Amazon's readers or Etsy shoppers, but you play by their rules and pay their fees.
Makes sense. Let's move to category 2, creator-first storefronts.
Okay, this category is ideal when the creator already has an audience.
Like from Instagram or a blog or an email list.
Exactly. They need something simple, quick to set up where they can send their existing audience to buy directly.
The big name and simplicity here seems to be Gumroad.
Gumroad is fantastic for speed. You can literally have a product page up in minutes. And the key thing, 0 monthly fees. It works purely on a percentage of each sale. Interestingly, that percentage actually decreases as your lifetime sales volume goes up, which is a nice incentive.
Oh, that's cool. What's it best for?
Really good for selling those one-off, often lower-priced assets quickly,
Yep.
like a short PDF guide, a pack of photo presets, a custom font, maybe some music loops.
Okay. What else is in this category?
There's PayHip. It offers a bit more customization than Gumroad. You can have a nicer storefront, use a custom domain, and it supports memberships too.
Any standout features for PayHip?
One thing they often highlight is generous storage. Many plans boast no overall storage limit, which sounds great, but always check the individual file size cap. It's often around 5 gigabytes per file, which is still very generous for most things, but good to be aware of.
Still way better than Etsy's 20 megs.
Oh, absolutely. Then there's Selfie. Selfie feels positioned more towards growth, specifically for digital products and subscriptions.
How does its pricing work?
It typically starts with a monthly fee, maybe around $22, $29, depending on current offers. But the big advantage of their paid tiers is often the complete removal of platform transaction fees.
Ah, back to that volume calculation.
Exactly. Plus, Selfie usually has more built-in marketing tools, like email list features, upsells.
Huh.
It's a solid step up from Gumroad if you're getting serious.
So the use case for these creator-first storefronts?
Perfect for creators who value speed, have that direct audience connection, and want an easy integrated checkout without the whole complexity of building a full online store from scratch.
Got it. Which leads us nicely to category 3, full e-commerce.
Right. This is for creators who prioritize maximum brand control, need custom sales funnels, maybe handle a mix of digital and physical products, and really want advanced scaling options.
The default choice, for many, seems to be Shopify.
Shopify is definitely the powerhouse. You get a highly professional, customizable storefront, robust payment processing. It's built for serious e-commerce.
But for digital products specifically.
Yeah, you almost always need to add a dedicated digital downloads app from their app store. So you've got the monthly Shopify fee, plus potentially fees for essential apps to handle secure delivery and maybe things like license key generation.
So powerful, but the costs can add up?
They can. The alternative for maximum control is WooCommerce, which runs on WordPress. This is the self-hosted open source route. You get total control over everything, the design, the features, the data. You build it exactly how you want using plugins.
Sounds great, but what's the catch?
The catch is you need to be pretty technical or have someone technical on your team. You're responsible for hosting, security, updates, maintenance, all of it. The trade-off for absolute control is significant time, effort, and technical know-how.
Okay, so full e-commerce is for when you need that complete branding, maybe complex funnels, mixed physical and digital, and you're ready for the higher cost or technical lift.
That sums it up well.
All right, final category. Category 4, course and membership platforms.
Here, the creator's goal shifts fundamentally towards teaching, maybe group coaching, or building that stable, recurring revenue stream.
Teachable is a big name here.
Yeah, Teachable is well established, really focused on selling video courses and coaching products. It generally has a user-friendly course builder.
But you mentioned being careful about fees.
Yes, definitely check their latest pricing. Our research noted recent plan updates often involve different transaction fee structures depending on which tier you're on. You absolutely need to model those fees into your course pricing.
Good tip. What about Podia?
Podia often gets praised for its simplicity. Clean interface, good for combining courses, downloads, and memberships. It also has decent built-in email tools.
Any fee considerations there?
Similar story, really. Entry-level plans might include transaction fees, which kind of nudges you towards their higher, pricier tiers as your sales volume grows.
And then the all-in-one high-end option.
That's Kajabi. Kajabi aims to be your entire online business platform: website, blog, email marketing, landing pages, sales funnels, courses, memberships, everything.
Sounds comprehensive. And expensive.
It is the priciest on this list, typically. But here's the critical difference. Kajabi usually takes 0% cut from your sales revenue on most plans.
So for someone selling a lot of high-ticket courses.
Exactly. Paying that high monthly Kajabi fee to keep 100% of maybe $20K or $50 in monthly course revenue. That can be a massive net financial win compared to giving away 5–10% on another platform.
Okay, that makes the value proposition clear. What's the core function these platforms provide beyond just hosting?
Access control. That's huge for courses. They protect your valuable video content by gating access, tracking logins, making it much harder to pirate than just dumping video files somewhere. That security is non-negotiable for serious course creators.
Right. Wow, okay, that map really clarifies the landscape and the trade-offs involved. So now we know where to potentially sell. Let's talk about what we're selling and how to actually make it look professional, the production side.
Absolutely. The creation toolkit isn't just about having the idea. It's about formatting it correctly for the best customer experience and delivery.
Okay, let's start with eBooks. You mentioned different formats.
Yeah, two main ones to know. If your ebook is mostly text, like a novel or a simple how-to guide, and you want the text to reflow nicely on any device size, Kindle, phone, tablet, you need EP. That stands for electronic publication. It's the standard for reflowable text.
But what if it's very visual, like a workbook with lots of graphics?
Then you pretty much have to stick with PDF. PDF preserves the fixed layout exactly as you designed it. Think cookbooks, complex manuals, kids' books with specific page designs, workbooks where people fill things in.
And KDP has its own formats.
Right. If you're publishing on Amazon Kindle, you'll use their tools, like Kindle Create, to convert your manuscript into their proprietary formats, like Mobi or KFX, for the Kindle ecosystem.
Got it. What about printables, digital art? You mentioned resolution.
Non-negotiable. 300 dpi, dots per inch. That's the minimum resolution for print quality. Anything lower will look pixelated or blurry when printed. Your files must be high resolution, usually saved as PDFs.
And you mentioned something called Bleed Safe. What's that?
Ah, yes. Design a planner page, and the background color or pattern goes right to the very edge of the page.
Yeah.
Well, printing and cutting machines aren't perfectly precise. There's always a tiny margin of error when they trim the paper. Bleed is where you extend your background design beyond the intended final cut line, usually by about 1/8 of an inch or 3 millimeters.
Okay, so you make the design slightly bigger than the final size?
Exactly. So when the printer trims the page, even if the cut is slightly off, it cuts through that extended color area, ensuring the color goes right to the edge without any ugly white slivers showing.
Ah, that makes sense. It's a small detail that screams professional.
It really does separate the pros from the amateurs in the printable world.
Okay, moving to higher ticket stuff like courses, video format.
Stick with MP4 using H.264 compression. It's the universal standard. H.264 gives you the best balance between good visual quality and manageable file sizes, which is crucial for smooth streaming for your students.
And you had a tip about course structure.
Yes, the research is really clear on this. Break your content into short, digestible modules. Ideally, keep videos between 5 and 12 minutes long.
Why so short?
Student completion rates plummet after about the 15-minute mark. Shorter videos keep engagement high. And always include captions. It helps with accessibility, comprehension, and people watching in noisy environments.
Good practical advice. What about audio, music, podcasts, sound effects?
For your original master files, use WAV. It's uncompressed, highest quality. But for distribution online, you'll compress those down to MP3. It's much smaller, easier to download and stream.
Okay, tools to actually make this stuff. Do I need expensive software?
Not necessarily to start. Canva is amazing for quickly creating covers, social media graphics, simple PDFs. It's very accessible.
What if I need more control?
Then you might look at the Affinity Suite, Designer, Photo, Publisher. It's a one-time purchase, very powerful alternative to Adobe. Or the industry standard is Adobe InDesign for complex layouts, Photoshop for images, Illustrator for vector graphics.
And for UI templates or web assets?
Figma has become the go-to for a lot of UI/UX design work. Great for templates.
Audio editing.
Audacity is free and surprisingly capable. Descript is fantastic, especially if you're working with spoken word, as it lets you edit audio like a text document.
And recording your screen for tutorials.
OBS Studio, open broadcaster software, is free, open source, and incredibly powerful for screen recording and streaming. A bit of a learning curve, but worth it.
Okay, great toolkit overview. So the product's made, it looks professional. Now, launch time.
Hold on. Before you even think about launching, you absolutely must nail the first step in the launch and listing playbook, validation.
Don't build it if they won't come.
Exactly. Don't spend months perfecting something nobody actually wants to buy. You need to run micro tests first.
Like what?
Before building the full course, maybe create a simple landing page describing the offer. Ask people to sign up for a wait list or even prepay $1 to reserve a spot at an early bird price.
Or sell a tiny piece first.
Yeah, sell one simple template for a few bucks, see if anyone actually buys it. If you get crickets, zero genuine interest, that's incredibly valuable feedback,
Yeah.
Pivot before you invest all that time.
Okay, validation first. Assuming it's validated, then optimize the listing.
Then you optimize. Lifting SEO is crucial, whether you're on Etsy, Amazon, KDP, or your own Shopify store. You need to do proper keyword research.
Find out what terms people are actually searching for.
Precisely. Use those keywords strategically in your product title, subtitle, and description. Resources like Kindlepreneur, which track Amazon search trends, can be really helpful here, especially for books.
And the visual, the cover.
The cover or thumbnail image has to POP. Seriously. Think about how people scroll, feeds, Instagram, TikTok, Amazon search results, Etsy categories. Your image is often tiny.
It needs to grab attention instantly.
Instantly.
Yeah.
Test multiple versions. Use high contrast, clear visuals. A great cover can dramatically increase clicks. A bad one guarantees invisibility.
Okay, cover tested. What's next? Pre-launch.
Yes. Build anticipation and social proof. Start collecting email addresses early, even during the validation phase. Offer a special early bird discount exclusively to your email list to drive sales on launch day. Create urgency.
Never launch to an empty room.
Never. Then it's time to launch and amplify.
How?
Email your list, obviously. But then lean into short-form video, create engaging reels, TikToks, YouTube shorts that show the value or transformation your product provides. This is huge for reaching younger audiences and students.
And maybe some ads.
Run a small, targeted ad test. We're talking maybe $5 to $20 per day initially. The goal isn't immediate profit, it's to gather data. Which ad creative works? Which audience converts? Which price point gets clicks? Test on Facebook, Instagram, Pinterest, maybe Amazon ads if you're on KDP.
Okay, gather data before scaling the ad spend. That makes sense. That small ad test naturally leads into thinking about the bigger marketing engine. Where do buyers actually live?
You need a mix of channels beyond the SEO within marketplaces.
Email seems key.
Email consistently shows the highest ROI. Why? Because you own that list. You're not subject to algorithm changes. Offer a valuable freebie, a sample chapter, a checklist, a mini template in exchange for that email address. Nurture that list.
And short video.
Short video is just the currency of attention right now, especially if your audience includes Gen Z or students. Show, don't just tell. Demonstrate the product in action.
What about communities?
Don't overlook niche communities. Specific Discord servers for gamers or designers. Relevant subreddits. Niche Facebook groups or Slack channels. Go where your ideal customers are already hanging out and talking about their problems. Provide value first, then mention your solution.
Paid ads we covered. Start small, test, get data.
Right. And then think about scaling with affiliates and bundles.
Affiliates turn customers into advocates.
Exactly. Set up an affiliate program where people earn a commission for referring sales. It's powerful word-of-mouth marketing. And bundles combining related products together, like an ebook plus a workbook or a template pack, is the simplest way to increase your average order value, your AOV. Make more per customer.
Makes sense. Speaking of keeping up with all these tools and strategies,
Yeah.
for listeners who want ongoing insights, especially on the tech side of things in the broader business world, we should definitely mention the Tech Bites LinkedIn weekly newsletter.
Oh, yeah, that's a great resource. They do a good job of breaking down relevant tool updates and platform shifts in that automation and digital space. Worth checking out.
Definitely. Okay, so we've covered getting found. Now let's get to the bottom line. How does all this actually translate into money in the bank? Let's break down the monetization models and pricing tactics.
Okay, the most basic model is the one-off sale. Selling a single item, usually something consumable like a template, a preset pack, a short ebook. Price points here are often in that $7 to $49 range.
Pretty straightforward.
Yeah.
But probably not enough for stable income.
Often not on its own. That's where bundles and upsells come in. You sell that $9 ebook, and immediately after purchase, you offer a one-click upgrade to add the $40 companion video course or workbook bundle.
Instantly increasing the transaction value.
Significantly. But the real goal for long-term stability for many creators is the subscription or membership model. Getting reliable, predictable, recurring revenue each month. Platforms like Patreon, Substack, or those all-in-one course platforms like Kajabi or Podia are built for this.
Right. Are there other models?
Don't forget licensing and white labeling. This is more common for software, complex templates, or maybe high-quality creative assets. You might sell a commercial license allowing wider use, or a per-seat license with teams, or even allow another business to rebrand your product as their own white labeling for a much higher fee.
Interesting. Okay, what about pricing psychology? Any tips there?
A classic tactic mentioned in the sources is using a high anchor price. Present your most premium, comprehensive package first. Let's say it's $297. Then, introduce your standard or entry-level version for, say, $97. That initial high anchor makes the $97 option seem much more reasonable and like a great deal in comparison.
Ah, clever. What about discounts?
Use coupons strategically. Offer limited-time discounts for launches, special promotions, or to your email list. Create urgency, but avoid constant, deep discounting.
Why?
It trains customers to wait for sales and can really cheapen the perceived value of your work over time. Protect your pricing integrity.
Good advice. So as revenue starts coming in, protecting that asset becomes even more important. Let's talk protecting your work.
Absolutely essential. First basic step, include clear license terms with every single digital product you sell.
Spell out what they can and can't do.
Explicitly. Is it for personal use only? Can they use it in commercial projects? Can they use it for client work? Can they resell it? Be crystal clear. This is your first line of defense.
What else? Watermarks?
Use subtle watermarks on any preview images or sample pages you display publicly. Make it so people can see the quality but can't just easily screenshot and steal the core content for free. Don't make them intrusive on the paid product, though.
Okay. What about higher value stuff like courses? Watermarks aren't enough there.
No way. For courses, you rely heavily on the platform's access control. Using something like Kajabi, Teachable, or Podia that requires user logins, tracks activity, maybe limits simultaneous logins or downloads, that's your main protection against casual sharing and piracy.
It makes theft much harder than just sharing a Dropbox link.
Way harder. And finally, if you do find blatant piracy, your product being sold illegally on another site or marketplace, know the takedown procedures. Register your copyright where it makes sense for your core assets, then learn how to file DMCA takedown notices quickly with platforms like Amazon, Etsy, Google, etc. Speed matters in getting stolen content removed.
Right, be ready to act. Okay, let's make this concrete with that real-world example you mentioned, the sneaker therapy coloring book case study.
Yeah, this is such a great illustration of finding a passionate niche and executing well. The creator was a marketing pro, but also a huge sneakerhead. They started with some ebooks on sneaker culture and then launched this sneaker therapy coloring book, mainly using Amazon KDP for the physical print-on-demand version.
So KDP handled the printing and shipping.
Exactly. But their promotion strategy was key. They didn't just run generic ads. They focused intensely on specific sneaker enthusiast communities.
Where were they finding them?
Dedicated Discord servers for sneaker collectors. Niche Instagram accounts showcasing custom sneakers. Specific subreddits where people were deep in the culture discussing drops and history. They shared their engaged authentically.
So super targeted outreach.
Super targeted. They also ran some modest Amazon ads, but only targeting keywords that hardcore sneaker fans would actually search for. Very specific long-tail keywords.
Smart. And they bundled.
Yes. Crucially, alongside the physical book on Amazon, they created a digital, printable PDF version, maybe higher margin, and sold that on a simple storefront platform like Gumroad or PayHip.
Ah, so people could print specific pages again and again.
Exactly. Sneakerheads who wanted to try different colorways on the same shoe design could just print that page out multiple times. It added extra value and another revenue stream.
Okay.
The results. The combination of the KDP book and the printable pack helped stabilize their income at around $2,000 per month for a good stretch. Obviously, results vary wildly, but it shows the mechanics work.
What's the key takeaway then?
Niche product, plus targeted promotion in the right communities, plus offering repeatable assets like printables, a path towards more predictable, potentially automated revenue. It's not magic. It's strategy.
That's really encouraging. And you mentioned the link.
Yes, we'll make sure to put the link to the Sneaker Therapy coloring book in the description for this deep dive so you can actually see what it looks like.
Perfect. Okay, let's run some quick back-of-the-napkin math to make the potential earnings even more tangible.
Yeah, let's take a simple example. Say you sell a $9.99 ebook on Amazon KDP. And let's assume you qualify for their 70% royalty rate. There are conditions, but let's use that. That means you net roughly $6.99 per sale.
Right.
If you manage to sell, say, 300 copies a month, which is definitely achievable in many niches with consistent effort,
300 times roughly $7.
you're looking at about $2,097 in gross revenue from one product.
Okay, but then subtract costs.
Right. Let's say you spend $300 that month on targeted Amazon ads to drive those sales. Your net profit is around $797.
Almost $1,800 a month from one ebook.
Potentially. And the beauty is once it's set up and optimized, it can keep generating that income with relatively little ongoing effort compared to, say, client work. Imagine having 5 or 10 such products working for you.
That's where the compounding happens, but
Yeah.
always check the specific royalty rules, right?
Always double check the platform's terms, fees, and royalty structures, especially for different countries. They can change.
Okay, so how do you scale this beyond just making more products?
Scaling becomes about refining your operations. Once you find a product that's a winner, can you turn its structure or content into a template for faster creation of the next product?
Reuse winning formulas.
Exactly.
Okay.
Can you bundle winners together? Can you outsource the tasks that aren't your core genius? Things like cover design, maybe video editing, proofreading. Use freelancers from platforms like Upwork or Fiverr for those specific tasks.
Free up your time for strategy and creation.
Precisely. And automate everything you possibly can. Use tools like Zapier to connect your platforms. Automate email sequences after purchase. Automate delivery confirmations, maybe even initial customer support responses or refunds for simple cases. Reduce manual work.
Okay, this is fantastic, but it does raise that big question. After absorbing all this information, what should you, the listener, actually do right now?
Yeah, let's get practical. Let's tackle some of the most common questions, those key pain points that came up in the research. Quick FAQ time.
All right, first one. I'm just starting, super budget conscious. Which platform has the absolute lowest fee?
Okay, it really truly depends on your expected sales volume. For testing an idea, selling maybe just a few copies, Gumroad is often cheapest initially because it has 0 monthly fee. You only pay when you make a sale, though the percentage per sale is higher.
But if it takes off?
If you start selling consistently, a platform like Selfie or even Shopify on a paid plan that removes the transaction fee will almost certainly become cheaper overall, even with the monthly subscription cost. You have to do the math based on your numbers. Fixed monthly cost versus variable per sale cost.
Got it. Second FAQ. Can I sell the exact same product, say an ebook, on multiple platforms at once, like my own site, A&D Amazon?
Generally, yes. And it's often a good strategy for maximizing reach. Sell direct via Gumroad or PayHip, and list it on relevant marketplaces like Etsy, if applicable, or new sites. The major exception here is Amazon KDP Select. If you enroll your ebook in KDP Select to get into Kindle Unlimited and access certain promotional tools, you grant Amazon exclusivity for 90 days. You cannot sell that digital ebook version anywhere else during that period.
Yeah, that's a big catch. Read the terms.
Always read the exclusivity clauses.
Third question. You mentioned PDF file sizes for marketplaces like Etsy being small, like 20 MB. How can I make my high-res printables fit?
Great question. You design at 300 DPI for quality, but then you need to aggressively optimize the PDF before uploading. Use tools specifically designed for PDF compression. Adobe Acrobat has good tools. There are online services too. Aim to reduce file size significantly without visibly sacrificing print quality. Test it yourself after compressing.
Okay, optimize aggressively. Fourth, I'm maybe a student, part of Gen Z, not much cash. How much actual money do I need to invest to start this?
Honestly, the upfront cash investment can be extremely low. Platforms like Gumroad or PayHip have free starting points. You can use free tools like Canva for design, Audacity for audio, OBS for screen recording. Your primary investment isn't cash, it's time. Time for research, creation, learning the marketing ropes, and consistently showing up to promote your work and validate your ideas. Time is the real currency here.
That's empowering. Okay, let's put it all together. The 90-day roadmap, a concrete action plan.
Let's break it down. Days 1 to 14. Research and validate. Don't build yet. Dive deep into your niche. Find low competition keywords. Identify real problems your audience has. And crucially, run those micro-test landing page signups. A $1 pre-order, a tiny sample sale. Get confirmation people want this before you invest heavily in creation.
Okay, validation confirmed. Days 15 to 35. Create the MVP. Build the minimum viable product, that first polished professional version of your ebook, printable pack, template set, whatever it is. Don't aim for perfection, aim for done and good. Simultaneously, get your cover art designed, test variations, and write your product description landing page copy.
Days 36 to 50. Publish and list build. Time to go live. Publish your MVP on one platform chosen for speed and ease. We strongly recommend starting with Gumroad or Etsy for that first launch simplicity. Get it listed. At the same time, dedicate serious effort to building your email list. Drive traffic from social media, your blog, wherever, to a landing page offering that valuable free mini sample in exchange for their email. Start warming up that audience.
Got it. Platform live. List building started. Days 51 to 70. Launch amplifier. Now you push. Execute that short-form video strategy reels, TikToks showing the product's value. Run those small data-gathering ad tests, 5 or 20 day, and personally reach out maybe to 10 relevant micro-influencers, bloggers, or community leaders in your niche. Offer them free access in exchange for potential feedback or a mention.
Days 71 to 90. Analyze and iterate. Step back and look at the data. What's selling? What's not? Are people clicking the ads? Are they opening the emails? Use this feedback to tweak your pricing. Maybe test bundling the product with a small bonus asset. And if the initial results on Gumroad, Etsy are promising, consider expanding distribution. Upload the product to a second relevant platform, maybe KDP for an ebook, Creative Market for templates, or even start building out your own Shopify store if the volume justifies it. Iterate based on data.
That's a really clear, actionable 90-day plan. So the final synthesis, the core takeaway from all this seems to be, don't get overwhelmed. Pick one focused product idea that you've validated. Pick one easy-to-use platform like Gumroad or Etsy just to get started quickly and test the waters. Focus on validation and building momentum. That's everything initially.
It really is. The mechanics work, they're repeatable. Which leads us to maybe a final provocative thought to leave listeners with.
Go for it.
Look at the pattern of successful indie authors, course creators, digital product sellers. They rarely hit a massive home run on day one. Their income compounds over time through consistent, focused effort. Publishing the next thing, optimizing the last thing. The single biggest threat to your potential automated income stream isn't really the competition or the platform fees. It's the internal resistance, the failure to just consistently create and publish that next quality piece of content. Consistency is the ultimate asset.
That's powerful. Consistency compounds. And if you are interested in digging deeper into specific models, especially recurring revenue, which we touched on, we actually have other deep dives in this playlist that go into much more detail. You should definitely check out the episodes titled Digital Products Gold Rush, the one on online course and coaching businesses, and the deep dive specifically on the subscription business model.
Yeah, playing those next would give you an even fuller picture of the different strategic paths available.
Absolutely. Now, we'd love to hear from you, the listener.
Yeah, tell us in the comments below, what's your favorite digital product you've ever bought? Or maybe one you're thinking about creating. Let's get a conversation going.
And if you found this deep dive valuable, please do give it a like and share it with any friends or colleagues who might be dreaming of building their own digital product business.
And of course, make sure you subscribe to Beyond Vithy Work so you don't miss our future deep dives on automating work and building smarter businesses.
Thank you so much for joining us on the deep dive.
Until next time, keep creating, keep validating, and keep automating.